Degenerate Passive Income coming to you on a Wednesday evening, June 11th, 2025, and I am super excited to be here. I haven't been this excited in the space in a long time, guys. Probably since last, August, September, when things went south with Bruno X, and I'm back. I have a new vision. I have a new life. I have a new, I just enjoy crypto now. Obviously, the bull run is here, or it's coming, or who knows what it's doing, but I think it's going up. And that's what we're doing, guys. I mean, it's been absolutely insane. Sorry for being a little late, but we're gonna do StreamYard tonight, and we decided to do YouTube Live, and now I have a thing on my saying that says air, so I still don't know if I'm live. So let me know in the comments if I am live, please. Give me a 1. So it says more than one ingest is using the primary URL. Send one stream to primary URL. All right. Well, hopefully we're good. I have no idea. But anyways, I don't think we are live.
Yeah, I see us, Ryan.
Oh, we're good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Anyways, let's get back to it. Okay, Sam Fisher says 1. So we're good. Sorry about that, guys. Major technical difficulties. It's always a headache, never a dull moment here in crypto, but that's why we are here, because I believe in crypto. I believe in AJ and the team. The one and only AJ Brockman is on voice with us tonight because we couldn't figure out StreamYard because we're not very smart. We'll do it next time. He's with us on just over voice, and you just get to see my ugly mug tonight. So that's what we're doing. I'm super excited to be here. Tiny bit of background. I've been with AJ for 4 years with EMP. EMP money way back in the EMP money with NFTs, with detonator, reactor. Not once ever was there a rug, stolen money, any garbage in this, and that's super important to me. I'm still an EMP, and I'm in everything else that they have done. And they've always adapted, they've always pivoted, and that's what's important in the space, guys. And I'm super excited to bring Bernard Bonds to my people on my channel, because I know I have a lot of people that follow me, and it's super important that it's all involved around the same team. AJ Brockman, Jake from DexFi. They're AJ's doxed, obviously not on this video unfortunately, but he is, guys, and I'm super excited to bring it to you because it is the only thing, and I can't stress this enough. In last night's video I said it. It is the only thing that I know of, and AJ can correct me if I'm wrong when we're done here, or when I'm done mumbling around here, that you can see everything on DBank. Every single penny is accounted for. It's the only team that is doxed. It has a lot of things in place, ladies and gentlemen, where crypto needs right now. It needs honesty. It needs transparency, and transparency is the number one thing that you guys know where the money's at all day, every day. You cannot lie to DBank. It tracks every single cent. So with that said, guys, I'm excited to bring Bernard Bonds. It's called Bernard Bonds. Everybody asked because I had a 9.5-year-old Saint Bernard dog. His name was Chewy. He was my best friend. He was my soulmate. He did everything with me. He passed away in March, and it was a tough time for me, and I wanted to do something special for him, and we were looking for a name. So that's Chewy that you see there. He's got all the, AJ made it on AI for me. I sent the picture. It's got the perfect markings on his mask and everything. So, this is a little bit for him as well. And I'm just super excited to be here and to bring this to you guys. So, and you should be too. I hope you guys realize what kind of opportunity this is, because there's nothing like it in the space. And we'll explain all this in a little bit. So AJ, enough of my rambling. Welcome back to the channel. I love having you on. We do this every week. We're a night late, but you know what? I wanted to be here for the launch of Bernard Bonds, being you're involved with this as well. So welcome to the channel, AJ. I hope you're doing well.
Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, brother. Can you hear me okay?
I can, yes.
All right. Awesome, man. Yeah. And again, hopefully the audience can hear as well. Give us a thumbs up in the chat. But yeah, man, usually I'm on camera again. I do weekly AMAs in our own ecosystem. We do technical difficulties. I'm trying to get Ryan off of the Zoom and onto the modern world with StreamYard. So but we could make it happen tonight, and hopefully for next week we'll be set up. But yeah, that being said, yeah, man, we're excited. This is the official whitelist and first official partnership with bonds. We started with our treasury bonds, but we are now offering this to all of you through Bernard bonds. And yeah, the underlying tech that we use is still the exact same, utilizing our concentrated liquidity providing through DexFi vaults to generate yield and an APR that is extremely competitive. So as you can see right now, APR, we just started a few hours ago. So that APR will fluctuate. Right now it's about 214. We're hoping to hit around 150 to 140, somewhere in there, APR monthly. I'm sorry, yearly, which works out to be about 0.4% monthly, roughly. And we're able to do that through what Ryan's showing now, our vaults. So this is a really easy way of, again, this is the easy button. Like anybody else can go and do this on their own, but we are providing a way to do this without any headaches, any issues, no need to babysit, and still earn real yield that is sustainable. I mean, some of these vaults are doing 2% daily, which again is crazy to think about, and some are doing a lot less that are a little more stable and more blue chip oriented. So it sounds like I'm breaking up a little bit, Ryan. I don't know if you can still hear me okay.
Oh yeah, I can hear everything.
Some comments.
Yep.
Okay, all right, it might be on their end. So, but yeah, so again, this is basically, for lack of a better word, like an ETF or a basket of LPs that earn every single day. And so you're getting our expertise on the back end. You're getting the full transparency that Ryan spoke about as well through DBank. Again, every single position is showed right there on chain. And to Ryan's point, there are very few other protocols that even explain that this is what they do, but none of them are able to actually dox the actual LP positions. And the reason, again, they may not have any ill intention. Obviously there's some security reasons that you may not want to dox or have people copy you, but we have the underlying technology that it doesn't matter, because all of these are private vaults and you still don't know the secret sauce of what we're doing, but we still are able to show where the money is. So it's the best of both worlds, and DexFi is the only protocol that can do that, transparently. So really exciting stuff. And yeah, man, we're excited for the future. And the whole goal is to get as much TVL into DexFi as possible. And even with what we've done already and the individual users, we already have about $2 million of TVL overall in the vaults. And with Bernard bonds, we think we can get that to a pretty amazing number overall. So
awesome. That's and I keep saying it as well. And I want to stress this, and I can't stress enough that when you go here, guys, I want to stress the transparency once again, because when you click on this current fund value, when I click on this, AJ, I don't know a lot about DBank, but tell me what are we looking at here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I have a little bit of a lag, but I'll walk you through it. So yeah, we again, when you click on the TVL, like Ryan did, it pulls up the DBank, and if you go to the actual transactions, so twofold. Number one, you can see the actual position. So if you scroll down for portfolio, it will show you all the different LPs that we're in. So again, to back up a little bit more, what we do is we take the ETH that is deposited into Bernard bonds. We deploy that, again, this is all done through smart contracts, and the DexFi vaults, we've been around for three plus years, an amazing protocol. this is just simplifying all of this, but yeah, you can see the different vaults. So, Banker ETH, Banker ETH, Kato, Cookie, Giza. I mean, there's a bunch of different LPs that we're providing for. And what we do is we look at, what has the most volume. So LPs earn the most with tokens and coins that have a lot of volume. And, sometimes it's a little more, low cap heavy. So again, we're not getting a 0.1% daily on ETH and Bitcoin just because there's so much liquidity on those tokens. So we do have to kind of spread it out to a lot of different projects, but that's also bullish because it diversifies us. So, rather than being in one vault on your own, we can be up in up to 40 vaults. And so if one goes down or in price, or, there's an issue with the token or whatever the case may be, you're not, we're not losing because we're not all in. So it's a great way to diversify. It also spreads out the earning. So like I mentioned earlier, some vaults do 0.2% daily, some do 2% daily. And so by averaging that out over many different vaults, that's how we get to a very sustainable APR. And to one more point too, if you go, Ryan, to transactions instead of portfolio at the top of DBank, you can see all the money coming in and out. So we can't even skim off the top or anything like that because it's all there. And you see the mint function is when ETH is going in, and then when we claim, we claim from the vaults that profit, and then that is put into the distribution contract that pays everybody USDC. So we'll go over all that right now, but yeah, it's ETH in, ETH out, and then USDC is your yield payment.
Right. So yeah, let's go back to the site here. So it's ETH on base, ladies and gentlemen. It's ETH on base, and it's 0.0978 per ETH. And now, very important thing here. When you buy your bond, you're getting ETH on base. So you're paying current rate, whatever ETH is right now. It hit 2,800 today somewhere. I think it's still at, 27.70. So it's 277 something or whatever it is. 270.99 right there. So that's what it's costing you right now. Now, if you decide your money is never locked here, ever, okay? If you buy this bond and something happens the next day or the next hour, you can go right over here and unstake that bond. And within 48 hours, you're gonna have ETH on base out. It's not some stable coin that's only on the redemption or the unstake, guys, okay? If you buy with ETH on base, you get ETH on base when you sell. So, in my opinion, ETH on base, Ethereum's, in my opinion, is gonna triple, at least a double in the next 6 months. Your NFT's now worth, $600 instead of $300. So you get the price appreciation when you unstake if the underlying asset goes up. It can also go down. We all know that. But being ever, I think where the bull run's coming here, the NFT, you're getting rewards plus the price appreciation. No other protocol does that that I know of, because they'll pay you in stables while they're making the price appreciation on the ETH that you sent. Am I correct in saying that, AJ?
Yeah, Ryan, I love this, bro. So let's break that down. I mean, again, this isn't FUD or anything like that, but a lot of protocols will use the price appreciation of the underlying assets to pay you out your reward, and that's how they're able to sustain a lot higher APR when, because you're not actually getting the coins themselves out. It's usually just stables in and stables out. So that being said, yeah, I mean, to be able to get the price appreciation, so let's break that down just a little bit more even. So you buy you mint a bond for about 0.978 ETH. Again, we try to keep it around 0.1 ETH, but it'll fluctuate based on the performance of the vault, which we'll talk about in a second. But that being said, right now that's about $270. Now, like Ryan said, if ETH doubles, now you're able to withdraw still 0.1 ETH, but now it's worth $500 instead of 271. So again, you're also getting all that upside potential, and you're earning the APR. So if anything, as ETH and all the other alts that we're providing liquidity for, that could even also raise the APR. So again, I mean, the upside potential is unbelievable, and obviously it goes both ways. If we do get a downturn in the market, then the NFT dollar value may go down, but you're still owning a part of the overall wallet. So again, that 0.1% or 0.1 ETH is what we target, and it may actually even only go up because of the redemption mechanic, which you can go into a little bit, Ryan, about the 10% fee. Even though it is no lockups, no marketplace, no shenanigans, but yeah.
Right, yeah. That very important part, I'm glad you brought it up, AJ. When you redeem or unstake your bond, you're getting the ETH on base, there's a 10% tax. That tax is so there is no gamification, so there's no people front running things, because a lot of people try to do that. I mean, I see it all the time, and we just didn't want that part of this. We want everyone to have a fair shake from the get and just continue that down the road. Like it's not my fault that you didn't buy ETH at 271. You might be buying it at 450 in 2 weeks, or I mean, at the price
sure.
now. So, I mean, those things can happen. So the 10% tax, it doesn't go to me. It doesn't go to AJ. It doesn't go to Jake. It stays in the protocol. It stays in this current fund value, ladies and gentlemen, and continues to earn for us. So please, someone go buy $100,000 with the bonds tonight, and please redeem them the next day, and we'll have $10,000 extra working for us. That's how this works, okay? So if people are trying to game it, they're just hurting themselves. Just as long as they know that, I mean, that's very important. That's about the gist of it, right, AJ?
Yeah, absolutely, bro. And again, shout out to all of you that are on the live stream. We had a major deposit just now. Somebody minted like 20 grand. So this is amazing, bro. And but to Ryan's point, yes, I mean the 10% there is a way to. It does a few things. Number one, like Ryan said, it mitigates people trying to swing trade the value of the fund, because ultimately when that ETH is deposited, we have to put that ETH to work. And so again, this is real yield, no funny business, no Ponzonomics at all. There's not even a token associated with this. So the whole idea is that we put the capital to work, and if people are withdrawing, depositing, withdrawing, depositing, withdrawing, that doesn't allow the capital to be in the LPs. So again, that's part of it. But we get it. If there's an emergency, we're not trying to screw anybody. You need your money out. It's just a 10% tax for that. And again, with the APR that we're looking at, you can pretty much make up that 10% within 1 month anyway. So as long as you're in for at least a month, then it should not be an issue for you whatsoever. And it's really bullish for those that have a long-term mindset, because if you say you make a decision now, hey, whatever I put in, I'm going to be in here for at least a year or whatever, 2 years, 3 years, then everybody withdrawing there before you, that means that you're owning more and more of the overall fund yourself. So like Ryan said, it doesn't go to me, it doesn't go to Ryan, it goes to all of you that are in as NFT holders or bond holders, which again is really, really a really cool mechanism to reward you for holding essentially. And yeah, I mean that's really it. I mean, it's super straightforward for sure.
Right. So yeah, and also very important, while you're getting the price appreciation during the bull run on your NFTs, ladies and gentlemen, by just holding it in your wallet, you're also getting, they call it the drip rewards. Every single second, you will get USDC dropped into your wallet, and that's part of this. Well, right now it's 214%. So you'll be able to tell what percentage you're getting. Like if you, like I wrote that, like I'm writing down what I bought my ETH, you know, what my NFT cost, what their APR was, and kind of keep track of it. And then exactly 7 days, I want to figure out what percentage I got. We're shooting for 150%, which is 12.5% a month. That's no joke. That's some serious, serious money, 12.5% a month. My goodness. So you can claim this USDC, even if you have a cent in there, you can claim it. And you'll still be making money because base, it's less than a cent to claim the, you know, the gas fees. So it's amazing. You can claim anytime, fee-free on the claim, but not on the redemption or the unstake, guys. I just want you to make sure you know that. So it's 10% on that, but nothing on the USDC that you'll get in your, when you decide to. But it goes right into your wallet, right, AJ?
Yeah, so you will still have to claim, Ryan. So
oh yeah,
how
right
it
there.
works,
Yeah.
But once you claim, then it's right in your wallet. So
Yeah.
and so just to clarify all that a little bit more, and one other point I wanted to make about that 10% withdrawal, what that also will do over time, again, that will gradually increase the price of the bond as well. So again, right now we're at 0.1. ETH roughly, as more people exit the fund and that 10% goes in, it also could make the bonds a bit more expensive as well. So that is another way that you kind of want to just watch what ETH does, what the fund does, and you can even DCA or dollar cost average more bonds based on that. So that's just a little insider tip to really min-max, what you can do. But overall, up and to the right, at least for the next, 6 months to a year, I think is very, very doable. And so, in terms of what you're earning, yes, you're earning USDC on base. That little gray claim button that Ryan is showing, when you have rewards, that will turn brown like the other buttons, and then you just claim that and you get the USDC right in your wallet. And like Ryan said, we call this the dripped rewards, because every Friday we have, again, what we call an epoch, where we harvest all of the fees that we have and we add it to this distribution contract on Fridays. So you may see the APR fluctuate a little bit earlier in the week, and especially if people deposit a big amount of money at once. Don't panic or be scared if you see the APR go down a little bit, because again, we are very confident that it will remain and maybe even go up over time. But while it's brand new and there's only 43,000, I say only, but only 43,000 in there, the APR could fluctuate quite heavily. But every Friday we top it up, and then the APR should reset to the average. And APR is based on a year, so to do the calculation weekly is still a little tough. So that's, again, just in full transparency, that's what we're doing. And I mean, if you had 100 bonds, like Ryan said, you could claim a couple of dollars every hour even. I mean, it just depends on how much you have in earning for you, on how much you're going to receive every minute or every hour or every day. Or if you only have one or two, then maybe you claim once a week or once a month. So
right, yeah. And listen to what AJ said, guys. You can claim your USDC anytime. That means there's always USDC in the pot, because it's actual real yield making out of the DexFi vaults, guys. Okay, there's
totally.
the new money coming in does not mean anything, and you can track it right on DBank. That's what I love about this. There's no hiding, like AJ says. There's no smoke and mirrors. It's an amazing thing. and that's why I'm so bullish on it. I'm just gonna connect my wallet, and we're just gonna walk through. I'm gonna buy a couple bonds, and then I bought a bond earlier today, and I probably have some rewards. Maybe we'll just do a claim to see how fast it is. You know, who knows? We'll see what happens.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Again, you may have to refresh and connect, but everything is working.
Okay, let's see. What do I got? I've got. Okay, there it shows my bond right there. I paid 0.1000 ETH. Right now, it's 0.0977. So I'm $6 down because of the price. And I've got 0.24 balance. And I can claim 25 cents. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to claim it then. So let's go check my balance up here. I have no idea what I have in USDC. Pretty sure I'm broke. I got $1.84. So let's go see if this is going to work. So we're going to claim. And it's going to pop up. So guys, when you do this, it's going to come up because MetaMask isn't used to it yet. Or maybe AJ can talk about that a little bit too after we do this. It's going to come up with alerts, and you might be doing something with a different contract because it's brand new, okay? A few hours old. So don't panic. You saw gas was less than a cent. Now let's see if the USDC drops into my wallet. And we are going to go to, yeah, it's already in there, right there. Went from $1.84 to 209. So we're set.
Perfect.
It's already done.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, Ryan, those alerts, again, the smart contracts are just brand new. You know, if you're on Rabby or some other wallets, it's a little less scary. But yeah, I mean, everything is safe through. We have $300,000 worth of audits that we've done on the underlying tech with the vaults. And we have another audit coming out hopefully in the next 24 hours or so that is even an update to all those with some additional security features that we've implemented. And yeah, I mean, as you can see too, just to draw attention, again, full transparency, the APR was like 200%. We had 20 grand go into the fund, and now it's at 117. So, you know, again, it will fluctuate in the beginning, but, you know, all the back testing, we've been doing this on our own for like 3.5 years. And yeah, it's very conservative to say that APR will be, you know, 130 to 150, and who knows, even higher than that. So right. Yeah, just be giving everybody, setting the expectation for sure.
Right. Hey, could you explain and maybe I missed earlier, a quick explanation why it does that, AJ? It went from 220 to 117 real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, and this will be a lot less of an issue as we mature, and you know, when there's $1 million in bonds, then it's a blip on the radar. It's much more efficient. But yeah, what happens is and I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but we have to put the money to work. So right now, that APR is only showing from what we were earning on, you know, a few hours ago. So like the 20 grand that we had in there, you know, before we started the live stream, that is already in the vaults working. The extra 20 grand that just went in, we still have to deploy that. So you're basically earning on half of the capital. And so, yeah, as we grow, and again, you know, so a whale could deposit, you know, $1 million. Again, that's the other cool thing. This isn't like a yield farm where the more people that deposit, the more the price goes down, or the more the yield goes down, rather, because you're getting emissions. It's very different than that. So we are able to take on literally millions of dollars of capital, you know, even probably hundreds of millions, and deploy it in, you know, different assets. So yeah, I mean, the sustainability through concentrated liquidity providing is really unmatched. And you know, it's, again, like I said, our treasuries have been doing this for 3.5 years. All the big crypto hedge funds, this is what they do. I mean, it's what everybody does. You know, you're getting a peek behind the curtain of how these protocols and hedge funds are able to produce real yield. And now all of you can as well. We made it, you know, so simple and so easy. And it's really cool because people think, well, what the hell, you developed all this overnight? And no, I mean, we have been doing this. The underlying tech is so amazing. It's just nobody really knew how to use it or knew, how to present it in a simple way. And so this is what Bernard bonds are able to do for everybody that's here. So
awesome. Excellent. So yeah, I'm going to mint 2 NFTs. It's going to cost me 540.17.1955. So what you do is, however you want, guys, just go up here. I'm going to click 2. Make sure your wallet's connected. It's very easy. Go up there, connect wallet, and I'm going to click mint and request from Bernard Bonds and confirm. And now here's that warning I said. Deceptive request. You approve this request, third party known. It's because the smart contract is so new, guys. So do not worry. All right. It's less than a cent in gas. So not a big deal. I'm going to confirm. I have acknowledged. I trust in the system. And now those bonds, smart contract is printing them, and it's going to send them down here. And it gives us the time, the date, what we paid for them, and what they're worth now, which I love. I love that part, that it keeps track of everything, because you can see, that's up or down or whatever it is, sideways, it doesn't matter. And now I've got 3 bonds working for me right now. So, and I can see people. So now that went in. Let's go check D-Bank. And
I love it, Ryan. Show them. Show them it all, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
So, all right, where are we at here? We got to go to transactions, right? Yeah. Where's transactions? Right there. Okay. So this is, where's my 43 seconds ago? This is probably mine. Mint, 0.195 ETH, 27. Yeah, how would I tell that, or if it's in my wallet? I'm not sure if you can. Can you?
Yeah, if you go to transactions and click on the actual mint, and pull up the Explorer, it should be your wallet address. When you click into it. Yeah. Right. It'll be. I think on the left. Sorry, there's a lag, so it's hard. But yeah, try that. Yeah, on the left, the actual base.
Oh yeah. That's me right there. There it is. 1 minute ago, that's my wallet address, guys. I transferred $540.09 from my wallet to the smart contract. Boom, it's in there. It does not get any more transparent than that. That's where the money goes. That's what I love. Unbelievable. I love it. This guy, let's see. So that was, transactions. What was I looking at again? I must be on a different page here. Transactions, because that's 2 hours ago now. 2 minutes. Oh yeah, people are minting away here, it looks like. Okay. Beautiful thing.
Yeah, you're an on-chain expert now, Ryan.
Yeah. We both know that's not true.
Yeah. Well, and that's another really cool thing. I mean, we've always preached transparency, but it's really sometimes difficult to show that. And so this has been just such an amazing fit that now we can finally put our money where our mouth is, and there is no FUD because it's all on chain, and the on chain data doesn't lie. It's not going to anybody's wallet. You can track everything, and ultimately their goal too would be to make all of you better DeFi users. Knowing now that you can look on DBank and verify. I mean, we're big believers in self-custody and the decentralization and the transparency of all this. And yeah, there is definitely some centralized aspects of bonds, but that's what the price you pay for convenience. So we're doing everything we can to be super transparent, and man, even more money now. We're up to what, 51K? Yeah. This is fun. This is it. This is our launch party.
Exactly. Excellent. So that's how it is done. That everything's trackable, guys. Oh, I think that 51 was with, I don't know, maybe I just have to refresh the screen here or something. There's 44 up here, but that might be with the other, maybe it hasn't caught up yet, who knows.
Sometimes it does, but the API and DBank can lag a little bit too, but so just, again, give it a few and it's all there.
Right. So I showed you how to connect your wallet, guys. I showed you how to mint. We did a withdrawal. I've already got a cent. I got a cent in my wallet I could claim right now. So I've got my position. I have 3 of them, and this $811. What does that number represent? Is that what the NFTs, all 3 are worth at this second, AJ, or what is that?
Yes, exactly, Ryan. Yep. So you'll be able to track your real-time value of the NFTs right there on the right-hand side. So
okay.
Yeah, and we're always going to be adding more metrics as well. We're hoping to add another box that shows like how many bonds have been minted overall and how many bonds have been redeemed overall. So yeah, we'll be adding more and more data as we go. But yeah, for right now, I mean, you have everything you need: your APR, your value, and your price history in the bottom. And then same with redeem. When you redeem them, it'll show you what you got in ETH for that particular bond. So yeah, it's no more spreadsheets, no more having to keep track of everything by hand. It's all right here on chain and as a smart contract. So.
Yeah. So I just got a message, AJ, to correct to correct us from Jake. The USDC in this portfolio, this 7,000 or whatever it is, that's not included in the dashboard.
Okay.
So this is the right number of the current fund value. So the USDC isn't in here. So this is just the ETH.
Okay.
Apparently.
Yeah. So because I guess you're right. So I should have clarified that. We are pulling the data from what is actually in the vaults. So the more accurate is probably the website itself if you're going to look at overall fund value. And again, that's because some of that money is for distribution, for rewards, or whatever else. So, but yeah, and again, all of it, for those that really want to look into it, you can do it down to the penny on that transaction spot on DBank. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that is how you do it, guys. Like I said, you can unstake. I could unstake these 3 right now and get paid for it. I could do all 3. Remember, 10% fee. You're going to get paid out in ETH on base. So you're getting paid out in the underlying asset, which is bullish. If ETH went up $10, I'm going to make $10 more by redeeming, but it's a 10% tax, guys. Okay. I'm not doing that. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to go back. And I'm ready to go. Like I'm set. There's a few questions. Maybe we should get to those real quick. Keith says, can you talk about when those in the private group will receive bonds? Will it be next month? Keith, I'm happy to say that it might be Friday. It could be Monday before the bonds will be in your wallet. Okay. But rest assured that the money that the USDC that those bonds will be bought with is still earning for everyone right now as we speak. Okay. Am I correct in saying that, AJ?
Yeah, totally. So again, the plan is still the same. This is just for new users coming in, putting their money to work. But either depending on what how much you have, it'll be every Friday or once a month. That new bonds are issued, but those bonds are fully collateralized. So like we are issuing bonds based on the money, and that will then go into the overall TVL of Bernard bonds. So yeah, it's a really cool system. And once you guys see it going, you'll understand for those that were involved in the previous setup. But moving forward, again, new users, everything is right here on screen, immediate credit, money coming in, no issues whatsoever. So
excellent. Okay, hopefully that answers your questions, Keith. Scott says, question, I had some bonds and bought another. I had some rewards, but after I bought the other bond, it went to 0 on rewards. I have not checked, but does it claim automatically?
Yes, Scott. Yeah, so great question. I meant to say that when you were doing it earlier on screen, Ryan. So yes, what happens is, again, just because of gas and the way the smart contract works, if you have any pending rewards and you buy a new bond, it will automatically claim any of your pending rewards. So yeah, if you go to your wallet, Scott, you'll see that you got $1 or a few cents from that. But yeah, the rewards never disappear. It's just a UI thing for sure.
Right. Excellent. And
Great point. Yep, great point.
What's the difference between the DexFi bonds? Why buy those and not the DexFi? You know what, McPanic?
Yep.
There is no difference. Okay.
Yeah,
This is
totally.
just a new. There's no right or wrong whether you buy DexFi bonds or you buy Bernard bonds. It's the same APR. It's the same everything. This is just me bringing it out to more people to get the word out. And I wanted to do, like I said earlier in the thing, I want to do something for my dog who passed away, and this is what it looks like. And it's also a portion of that money is getting paid back to Bruno X investors, those who were affected. We all know AJ was over a six-figure investor in Bruno X. He was affected. There's a lot of people in here that were affected by it, okay? And that's just the way it is. So once a month, I will be airdropping Bruno X investors rewards into the wallet. I have everybody's balance. I have everybody's wallet still. I have the spreadsheet down to a T. I even looked at that, whoever, I know who it is. I looked at D-Bank. You know I'm a spreadsheet freak because I recognize the last four of that wallet, so I know damn well who bought those massive $20,000 worth of bonds. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, so that'll be happening. Don't worry. We're gonna do either a spin the wheel, but if it's a large amount, I'm gonna be airdropping every single wallet. Okay, on Bruno X. There's 132 of them, and here's the wheel right here that we did. I gave away $1,500 like 2.5 weeks ago. We spun this wheel. 3 people got 500. So that's a beautiful thing. This is the way. This is what I'm doing. This has been bothering me since September. I want to give back, and this is what it looks like. You know, EarnFi. We all know what EarnFi is. That $1,500 that was given back was thanks to AJ and team from EarnFi. And
For sure.
I've been talking to AJ about, coming up with something to help my people who are infected in Bruno X. And this is what it looks like, guys. We've got multiple streams of income coming in. There is no referral links. There is nothing. There's no Ponzi-nomics. There's no smoke and mirrors. It is what it is. It's real yield every single day, all tracked on D-Bank by a doxed team. That's it.
I love it. Yeah, Brian. And yeah, just to follow up on that a little bit. Yeah, there is no difference. It is we are in full partnership, with the bonds, whether they're Bernard bonds or Treasury bonds. Honestly, it really doesn't matter because it all goes to the TVL of the overall DexFi protocol. And the short answer is the more TVL in DexFi overall, whether it's Treasury bonds or Bernard bonds, that gets everybody, from the original deal paid quicker, and it makes all of you that are coming in now, it gives you options. I mean, again, you get in, you like it, you keep earning, and you keep going. So yeah, and to Ryan's point, we were trying to really target the Bruno X community, and give them an option to, earn that is real. I mean, again, another little tongue-in-cheek aspect was, a Saint Bernard is definitely more powerful than a French bulldog or whatever it was. So yeah, again, we're really excited for that, and because of that split, like Ryan said, a portion will go to Bruno X holders as well, but that doesn't come out of the APR. So the APR should be super comparable no matter what we do. So
Yeah.
And Ryan's going to be pushing this real hard, and I mean, for right now, Ryan's the only white label that we have. So again, definitely get some Bernard bonds, but down the road in the future, we could potentially even do this for others. And again, it's just a matter of getting more TVL into the vaults, because that's how we all make even more money together. So
Exactly. Also, Huss says, hey, Ryan, will this project continue in the bear market? AJ, I'll let you take that one.
yeah, man, I love it. You guys are asking some perfect questions tonight. And yeah, I mean, that's another thing that makes this really, really powerful. So the short answer is nothing is guaranteed everything is variable. So again, we set the precedence with that. The APR could go up, the APR could go down. The price of bonds can go up, and the price of bonds can go down. So we're not guaranteeing anything, but we have many options to continue this through a bear market. And like I said earlier, our treasuries, EMP and DexFi, our individual treasuries, we've been earning with this through a brutal bear market. And so what would happen is, say next year, towards the end of next year, we start seeing the bear market come around. And who knows, we may not even ever see, I'm a believer of the extended bull cycles now that, we have people like Michael Saylor and, crypto, large, entities and countries buying crypto. We may not really have a bear market like we've seen before, but if we do, it's okay. What happens is the APR just gradually goes down. And so, you may only see in the bottom of a bear market, it may only be a 30% APR. But you, number one, you're earning more than you would in a bank. And number two, we move to more like stable token LPs, because even like providing USDC, USDT LP, which are both stables, zero and permanent loss, that can still be, 10, 20% APR. So, we have a lot of options that we can still generate real yield even in a bear market. And, if that's not attractive to you anymore, and you don't want to have it in, then you can simply just withdraw, and that's it. It doesn't hurt anybody. The fund value can go down. Overall, again, the amount of capital in Bernard bonds doesn't determine the APR. So like we're not all losing yield if there's less money or more money. So it really is just an amazing setup that if we're in a bear market and you leave and go somewhere else, and we all high five each other and say that was awesome. So.
Yeah, exactly. There's another question, and it's a good one. What does the stake button mean? Now, is that the button when people in the old group, is that for when they get them airdropped into their wallets? Then they just you have to stake them?
Yep, exactly right, bro. So if you do get issued a new bond, from our previous thing, you're gonna just stake it right here. So you will need to do that in order to earn. We'll send reminders to everybody. Yes. As well. And if you want to withdraw, you have to unstake your bond to be able to redeem. So yeah, but if you're buying bonds right now, then they are automatically staked for you. So again, no, unless you're looking to withdraw or you're getting new bonds without buying them directly from the contract, then that's all you got to worry about with staking. So.
Right, exactly. Perfect. So yeah, if you're in the private group, guys, I'll announce obviously, hey guys, check your wallets. Bernard bonds were bought. They were airdropped to your wallets. Go in. You can stake them by pressing the stake button. It'll give you your positions right there. Or you can unstake them and say, Ryan, AJ, you guys suck. I'm leaving. Hey, go ahead. Thank you for the 10%. I love it. That's how it's going to work, guys. Okay. Yeah. So that's how this works. So as you can see, I've made 3 cents since I've been sitting here. We're talking since I claimed last. Now that 3 cents is actual real yield coming from the DexFi vaults, correct, AJ? These right here.
Brother. Yeah, it's the fees. So just to reiterate that one more time. Yeah, and this is why it's just so awesome is, look at it as owning part of a business where we provide LP on through the smart contracts, and then that is actually earning a percentage of the actual swap fees. So if I want to buy, I have ETH and I want to buy Fartcoin, I take my ETH and I buy Fartcoin, then there's usually like a 0.3% fee that the DEX charges on every transaction. We are getting part of that fee. So we're essentially earning as if we were, an aerodrome or a Uniswap or, owning part of PancakeSwap, whatever it might be, owning part of that as a DEX, because we are providing the liquidity for people to then swap in and out of. And as long as there is volume, again, people buying and selling tokens, we are earning fees every single time that happens. So the only way, and people say how sustainable, is this? The short answer is, as long as there's volume, it's indefinite. I mean, the only thing that could potentially kill this is if there's no more trading going on, nobody buys or sells crypto, and the whole market goes to zero. But we're way beyond that. I mean, again, crypto is the future. It's here to stay. Even with like say a Black Swan event, World War III, whatever worst case scenario, usually that means that there's a lot more volume. As terrible as that sounds, we actually make even more money when there's a lot of panic and volatility, because more and more people are swapping tokens at that. So, and obviously the underlying assets go down in price as well. Mm-hmm. So, you probably still take a hit, but rather than being down 50%, you're only down 20% because you've earned all the fees as that happens. So.
Right, exactly. You know what, guys? 27 viewers, please hit the like button. It's how we get this content out there. It's how we spread the word. I would appreciate if you just hit the like button, comment afterwards when this video is posted on the channel. The YouTube algorithm just sucks right now for anything crypto. Nobody's getting any views. I've talked to other YouTubers like, yeah, I don't even get 100 views. I'm like, I don't know what's going on there, but I mean, whatever. So hit the like button, please. Do me a favor. It doesn't, my channel makes me $10 a month, so I'm not retiring off it, but it just helps the algorithm. It helps get the info out. Tell your friends, tell your, loved ones, whatever. Maybe they want to get some Bird bonds, earn some passive income. It's an awesome thing. And, I just want to stress how transparent everything is with this D-Bank, guys. You cannot hide things from D-Bank. It's impossible. Like, it is all right here in front of you, where the money's going, what money is in what vault. Now, I have one question myself, AJ. So why are we giving this secret sauce out? Like, can't anybody come in here and say, you know what? I see what they're in here. I'm going to go do this myself.
Yeah, absolutely, Ryan. So the actual proprietary secret sauce is really our expertise. And yeah, I mean, to your point, you can see what we're in, like Banker, ETH, like I said earlier, Giza, USDC, REI, ETH. I mean, obviously anybody can see that on chain. What you don't get is, the expertise of us in terms of creating the ranges. So really, again, not to get too complicated, but as I mentioned earlier, you're getting fees from all these swaps that happen. That's how we generate the yield. Well, the goal is that you want to have a very tight range that you provide liquidity in. And what that means is, like, you specify, I only want to sell, or I only want to buy or sell these LPs, if ETH is between 2,500 and 3,000. So like that's a pretty wide range. I mean, we usually get it in within like a couple of dollars, depending on the price. But my point is, that is where the expertise comes in, and you cannot see on DBank the specific ranges that we set. So and that's because we have everything's in private vaults, which is only available in DexFi. So yeah, and again, if you're more of an advanced user, by all means, I mean, go to the vaults yourselves and try to experiment. But I would say that you probably aren't going to be able to get the same return that we are, because of, again, those ranges, our expertise, and honestly, even more importantly, probably is the diversification. I mean, if you're an individual user and you want to go in and do 40 different vaults, it's a full-time job to manage all those and to make sure you see them. I mean, our tech is amazing, and a lot of it is, automated, but you still have to really pay attention.
Right.
And so we're giving you the easy button, where, you don't have to babysit anything. And yeah, I mean, again, we're comfortable showing people the positions because we know they can't copy the exact ranges.
Right. And the entries and the exits and all that other good stuff. Right.
Exactly, that too. I mean, and a lot of it too, because of what we're doing. Like we know, when we're going to be able to list the new vault, or add. We know what vaults are paying the best. Like we spend hours researching the liquidity and the volume and everything that we see to know exactly what is going to be a good pair with minimal risk. I mean, we're not providing LP to meme tokens that have 100 grand of liquidity. Obviously I made a joke about Fartcoin earlier. I mean, that is I guess technically meme related, but there is a lot of utility behind Fartcoin, and the liquidity is around $2 million. So it's a big name project. We're not speculating, and we're also not trading. That was another question I'm sure nobody asked, but we don't buy pre-sales. We don't take your money and speculate on longing or shorting Bitcoin or ETH. This is all 100% pure concentrated liquidity providing. And again, the D-Bank proves that. Like, we can't move money to a different platform or whatever else might be.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And like AJ said, guys, go up here and connect your wallet. I did it. I put 500, a little less than 500 bucks in like 10 days ago. I can't remember how many days it was. Maybe it was 14, but I've been in here like 2 weeks maybe, and I bought these 5 assets. I put 100 bucks in each one, and you can see I'm making about $1.67 a day. And I'm up pretty good on these 2 positions, SPX and REI. And it's just the asset that's down. I'm still making these APYs, guys. I mean, 1,137%, 1.6 daily, 0.83, 0.64, 0.6, 0.55. I mean, that's no joke. I didn't even know. I haven't even looked at my profit. I could claim right now, how much? $29.36. So I'm making almost $2. I'm making over $2 a day on 500 bucks. That's what? 60 bucks a month. I'll take it. Like, I'm just letting it sit. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'll just give it away to you guys, whatever. Or I'll compound it, whatever. But this claimable profit, guys, remember, all of these ones I'm in are 25% compounded. So just remember that. You can see compound 25%, 75% take profit. So if you have the time and the energy to go in here and do that, get yourself some ETH on base, try a few farms out, you can do it yourself. I don't have time to do that. I'm just doing it for content because I'm going to do a video about it after 30 days to show everybody what I got on my own. I want the easy button. The easy button is called Bernard Bonds. And that's why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. So with that said, Huss says, how does AJ stay in control if he has 65 projects running?
Yeah,
well, it's only
that.
5 projects, Huss,
Yeah.
but I'll let him answer.
Yeah, I love that, bro. I don't know if you were being joking on purpose, but I love that. Anyway, yeah, I mean, like Ryan said, in reality, it is only about 5 or 6 projects. But the short answer is, this is our life. I mean, I've been full-time crypto for 10 years. It sounds crazy when I say that out loud, but we eat, live, and drink, and blood, sweat, and tears crypto. I mean, this is it. So yeah, it's what I love. It's what I'm passionate about. Same with Jake, again, the co-founder. Well, he is the founder. I mean, I am just riding his coattails for Dex Vaults. But yeah, I mean, we both have a very similar history, and very I mean, between both of us, we have 20 years of experience, and it's just been something that the culmination of everything that we have built over the last 4 years. The first 6 years we were investors and crypto, nerds, but now building our own stuff for the last 4 years, 4.5 years, we've learned a lot along the way. And this Bernard Bonds is the culmination, of everything that we have done in terms of real yield, transparency, all of that. And it helps the mothership. So again, through Bernard Bonds and our treasury earning and Honor Madness and EMP Fusion and GDEX, which is the token for the vaults. All of that helps each other. We don't cannibalize or extract value from our overall ecosystem. So the fact that we do have so many projects running just strengthens all of them, as well. Like one standalone is not as powerful as all of them together. So hopefully that answers. And yeah, man, we're not going anywhere. We try to everything that we can decentralize and automate. We do. Again, all this is done. If Jake or I had to provide LP manually in 40 different vaults, then there's just no humanly. It's not humanly possible. So utilizing our technology through the vaults is how we can be productive with so many things happening at once. For sure.
Exactly. Yeah. And just everyone's probably looking at the APR. Oh, it's only 97%. Well, that's because there's been a big deposit. And listen, guys, 97%. That's APR. That's still over 8% a month. And it's not going to go down that low. It won't, like AJ said, it won't stay down that low that long, because when the capital gets deployed in use, that thing's going to go back up. It's when big deposits come in, then the fund value goes down. We've talked about that already, so that's super important.
And on that note, really quick, Ryan, can you open your vaults again?
Yeah.
That you just did personally? Again, I know that we say the APR will settle. It's a little bit more than a trust me, bro, because I'm going to show you this. So again, there's a little lag on the screen. I'll wait for Ryan to pull it up. But if he goes to his vaults, the APR or APY is actually like 300%. So or more, almost more at the very top there. Some of the vaults are doing 1% a day. So again, these are definitely a little higher risk, and are going to fluctuate a lot more. We have a little more blue chip exposure, and we allocate funds a little bit more to protect ourselves. But the point is that these APRs can get insane, and it's real yield. We're not, again, a Ponzi or anything like that. So we think that 150, 130, 150, that sort of APR is very, very doable. And as long as you're patient, over the next month or so, we'll see an APR that is very reliable as well. So just don't panic. And again, we said it on stream here, but half, even though we had 25,000 TVL when we started the stream, now we're at 50. So that other 25 grand is not working. So that in reality right now, the APR is still probably 200%,
right?
Because half the money is not working right now.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, we deploy it every, and that's some of the secret sauce. Like, when I'm going to tell people when we deploy capital, we don't want to be front run or anything like that. So yeah, it's random intervals that we put the money to work.
Right. Exactly. Mike has a question, actually two. When can we realistically expect the APR to settle at, and what is the actual risk here, if any?
Yeah, so a good question. As far as the APR settling, like I said, again, within 2 weeks, I would say 2 or 3 weeks at the most, we should have a really solid number. What could potentially, swing that is if, again, somebody deposits, $1 million into the bonds, that's great, and we can handle that, and APR is there. It's just for a day or two or whatever it might be, while we deploy that capital, the APR can be really, really low. But again, APR is yearly, so it's nearly impossible to determine APR, within a day or a week even, because it's just such a longer time frame. So don't get too caught up on the APR. I mean, you can always calculate the APR on your own as well, based on what you deposited and what you get in return. And remember, you're also getting price appreciation from the overall fund as well. So, you just got to take all that into consideration as we go. And then as far as risks, I mean, yeah, obviously, your personal wallet getting hacked, some other potential, black swan events, like I said, World War III, the overall crypto market going down. I mean, those are the big risks, but the timing of Bernard Bonds is also really important, because we're launching this right now. What I feel, and what a lot of people feel, is the bottom of, or the very beginning of the next bull market. So, by the end of the year, we could see some amazing results from all this. And if it doesn't perform the way you anticipated, then the most you could potentially lose, is that 10% withdrawal, on top of any price fluctuation. But yeah, it's a very minimal downside risk.
Right. Yeah, and crypto prices plus the ETH price doesn't include the ETH going up. Exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's the price
for sure.
appreciation we're talking about, guys. I bought a bond today at 0.1 and it cost me $277. If ETH does a double, now it's at 544. I mean, I think ETH is going to more than double. I don't know what AJ's opinion is on that, but it's that's my belief.
Absolutely. I think we're in for at least a double, if not a triple. Again, ETH has been really lagging overall in terms of the market. So I think we're due for a nice correction to the upside. And yeah, I mean, the other cool thing too, which we can even show as we continue to do these live streams, because of our diversification, and we always like to have at least 10% in stables as well. So like right now, that 50K that's in there, we'll probably keep at least $5,000 in just stables. That way, if we do see a big dip, we can deploy capital, when we're not actively trading, but obviously we're looking for better entries. So that is a way to kind of DCA and protect ourselves. And, the data shows, like ETH, before ETH had this run up over the last few days, there was kind of a flash crash on, I believe it was Monday of this week or over the weekend, or it was Friday with the Elon Trump
$2,400.
but yeah. So we had a little flash crash. ETH was down about 10%, but the overall bond value of Treasury bonds was only down like 4%. So we were able to mitigate the downside risk because we have so many different assets in that wallet, with the LPs. So it really, again, it is the best of both worlds. You get protection from the downside and, all the potential upside as well. So, and like Fartcoin or whatever those other ones were that are a little more low cap, higher risk, those could do a 20x over the next, 6 months. So again, that would severely increase the overall Bernard Bond fund value. So I mean, those are some other cool variables that could go in our favor.
Right, exactly. And that's why, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much, if there's any other questions, guys, we've been an hour and 15 minutes. Anything else we need to touch on? I see the APR just went up to 122, so there must be some getting taken out probably by Jake, and he's probably getting them into the farms for us, guys, to make this juicy APR.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, money is going in right now. They're right live on stream. So yeah, totally. I mean, you can see in real time that APR goes right back up. So just bear with us, for the first few weeks. And again, if you're not comfortable, then you can just wait until we are at $500,000 in the fund value, whatever it might be. But then you're not earning either. So to each their own. But I know that Bernard bonds are going to be a major success, and you guys should, not financial advice, but it's a great way to get involved.
Exactly. All right, guys, that's a gist of it. Remember, it's ETH on the Base Network. If you have any questions, any concerns, ask me. Ask AJ. If you're having trouble, I helped a young lady today with to get Base on her wallet. I took a wire today to get a guy some ETH on Base. That's going to be tomorrow. So this is what we're doing. It's ETH on Base in. When you redeem, it's ETH on Base out. So for the price appreciation or depreciation, whichever the way the market's going. And you can see it's dripping all every I don't know 5 minutes. I'm getting about a penny in here. So, and I've got 3 bonds working for me. So this is this money that's dripping in your wallet is part of this APR. Obviously, the higher the better. And that's how it's working. Any questions? Let me know. Shoot me a DM if you need help. I will help you. Check out the documentation right here. You can read about Bernard Bonds from the best team in the world. AJ from the best guy. EMP Money, EMP Fusion. I mean, it's we've got a lot of stuff going on, guys, and I'm super excited to bring this to you. It means a lot to me that they've actually done this for me, and I can do it for you and the Bruno X investors as well. So with that said, guys, that's about it. We are rolling. We took $30,000 in this stream, so I'm happy about that. People are excited. I think this thing's going to take off, and the more TVL we have, the faster everyone's going to get paid back, and faster you can make money, right? So thank you guys for joining. Thank you for purchasing bonds. Like I said, any questions, let me know in the DMs, or if I don't know the answer, I'll get it from AJ. And 100% transparency here. Everything's tracked on DBank. Nobody else is doing this in the space anywhere. All right? Nobody else is doxed. The full team's doxed. Everything's tracked on DBank. You cannot hide stuff from DBank, guys. This is how DeFi is, like the title says. DeFi changes now. And that's what Bernard Bonds is. All right, guys? So with that said, I hope everybody has a great rest of their Wednesday evening, and we'll see you in the next one.